Almost ready. Almost ready. Good. Almost ready. Good. Okay. So, hello everyone. I'm Denevraut from Somnium Space Community. This is Creator Sunday Stream. Every Sunday I do a stream around Somnium Space words mostly. Creative content, 3D design, word design, animation design, stuff like that. I'm about to share my screen. Boom, there. So I've been thinking a little bit of what we could do today. Still thinking about it because I want it to be simple and accessible. So maybe I could do some 3D design. I want to make simpler house maybe. What is this sphere? Oh, I see. Okay. This is not finished yet. This, what is this? Okay. Boom, delete. Okay, so this is Incrediwords. The project I'm working on. A place where people can rent spaces. I show them stuff there. For now it's free. There will be always a small space free for anyone. It's like terrains. Like here we have the small terrains. Let me start some space too. So this project, I'm trying to always improve myself, keep it fast, efficient. Oh, hello, who's there?
It's me, Denevraut.
Hello, glad to see you. Glad to be with you. Talk.
Be here.
Yeah. How are you doing?
Doing well. What adventures do you have for us today?
Was not sure yet. I had some ideas, but if you have stuff that is more accessible, maybe it could be nice.
Sure. I don't really have anything in mind.
So I had 3 ideas. Maybe the most accessible one was the one where I create stuff in Blender and then use it in Unity, like some more houses. Other idea was to play with tools to merge object and materials, so everything is one object and one material, you know.
Yeah, I think that sounds cool.
Yes, and third one was to use baking in Blender to you know how you make a high poly thing and then you bake it on a lower poly thingy.
Yes.
I've been looking at a lot of games recently that do that for rocks, mostly rocks, and structures, and it renders so well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So stuff around that, I guess. I'm not an importer guy. I create stuff. I don't import like 3D asset. So everything we do, I guess, can be used then. Yeah, this is the new center of the city. This one is more flashy.
You know, I think that's a really good point. I feel like for people that aren't building stuff, maybe some ways to take existing models and bake them together, as you said, like the second thing that you talked about.
Yeah. But since it's since it's advanced stuff for optimizing, I wonder if it makes sense to show it here. Try to be more accessible. So I should maybe keep things simple. What was I thinking about? Yeah. So we could go around good practice too, you know, for building. Make sure we don't end up with hundreds and thousands of files. So.
Yes. I like that idea.
Oh, I can show you also my new some minor update for IncrediWorld Toolkit.
Nice.
So here I made the stuff bigger. Like when I saw Blast creating an account, I'm
Nice.
like, oh yeah, the fields are too small, not large
Yes.
enough. I correct the errors when you for example, if you don't enter a valid token, it say invalid token instead of error 500. If the username already exists, instead of just saying error 500, it's just saying
what's
username
wrong.
is taken, you know, or
Yes. Oh, that's awesome. That's a big improvement.
It should work for that too. Yes, email is taken. Good. And small new too. If you never activate your account, right? You can reuse the same username or the same email if you never activate the account. So
gotcha.
So if someone create mistake, if someone create an account with an email they don't possess, then I mean it could have been deleted, but for now they just are overwritten, you know.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I guess.
I think it's
and
great.
What about? Oh yes, and now a new. You don't see it here, but the update now is automatic. There's no more downloading file.
Wow.
So when you click update, it opens the classical import. It download the file. There's loading bar. Was hard to do. Then it download it, and then you have the classical import window. I don't want stuff to be too automatic, you know.
I like that. I appreciate that. Yeah.
So and you probably saw this can be interesting for people watching the stream. I've been struggling for organizing my files that I share. It's very hard. And now it's a new structure again. So in the folder EU that people can have when they install IncrediWorld Toolkit, I just reorganize everything by strict categories: animation, audio. This one is for prefabs.
Nice.
Incredi feature, Incredi script. That's the toolkit. It's mostly scripts. Materials, mesh. Others is like post process and collider. Shaders. So the point of this is there's two reasons. First, it's easier to create an update, and secondly, by not including prefab and materials when I create an update, then it's less likely that I overwrite your stuff by accident, you know.
True.
I believe mesh and other stuff. There is still configuration on mesh, but you should not lose stuff at least. But if you edit a mesh, of course, yes. But yeah, it's not easy because maybe I don't know. It's a first. It's a try. And before I was always organizing my stuff by context and not categories. For example, house, bubble house. Then I put everything inside it: mesh, material, texture, and stuff. I thought it was more easy to manage, but then I realized that it's a mess to have duplicate materials, duplicate mesh, duplicate texture. It's a mess, and this is a game, right? We want to be kind of optimized, so nice for that. I could this is all the texture coming with the toolkit. I could all reconvert them, change the format, then they don't take too much space. That's nice. Hero original, those one. I'm not sure if I checked them. Oh, I can show you very fast what I did. Since I create a toolkit, since I create a package that I share with people, it needs to be small. So I have some rules with my textures I'm trying to keep. So it's very simple. Most of my texture are 1K now, and 1K by 1K, and JPEG compressed 90%. It's kind of my thumbs of my rule of the thumb. So this makes small files. Of course, your texture will be only 1K, so it's not too heavy. I found 1K a very nice format. It's not too low, it's not too high. It's a nice resolution. and JPEG
Nice.
90 is fine, maybe a little bit compressed, but you can use JPEG 100. And when I have a texture with transparency, this one is an exception because it's very important. This one, for example, it's a PNG. I use 8 bits of compression. So I will show you a better example. The purpose of using 8 bits, look here, this is have transparency. I will show you very fast, you will understand. Open with PaintNet. Maybe this is a little bit technical for people, don't mind. Don't think about all this if you don't need to. But so what do PNG 8-bit? PNG is a low is a compression that you don't have artifacts. We call it lossless. So I do save as PNG. I need PNG because there's transparency, and then I use 8-bit. 8-bit, you only have 256 colors possible instead of 16 billion, but it still give very interesting. It still give what?
That's a big difference.
Yes, but you will be surprised if you, in a lot of case, you don't really see the difference.
Sure.
Because yes, you have 16 billion colors for a normal picture, but if you only have green, only have red, if you only have one color in your, like this here, only green. In fact,
yep.
when you have only one color, it's 256 difference
Nice.
of color, you know. For example, if I have only red color, then I
Yep.
have 256 tint, you know. So using 8 bits on a red, a blue, or a green color have no effect. Sorry, red, green, blue. Yes. Of course, as soon as you have a rainbow, it's horrible because there's just too much
Sure.
colors. But it's still not so bad. But in this case, for a green piece of that, whatever it
Foliage.
is, yes, it's fine. We barely see artifacts. Here I can see there's not too much variation, but it looked fine.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot compare right now because it's already 8 bits. So here you can choose tramage. Sorry, it's in French. This is dithering in English. Ditherings just mix, add noise to the color ramp, so it look more gradual. You see,
Nice.
like you know, like a real printer. A real printer cannot print a lot of different colors, so instead they print some kind of patterns of dots. So
Gotcha.
more dense dots mean more dark, less dense dots mean brighter, you see? So it's the same thing for PNG. And you see here you select a transparency level, and the transparency will be Boolean, 0 or 1. So then I have a very light, so this picture instead of being 1 megabyte is like 4 times smaller. This is more pertinent for me and people that share very big projects. But I'm very up to date. Look, my biggest picture is like 600 kilobytes. I'm very up to date. Even this one here is yeah. And since in fact in game all texture are compressed anyway. So the artifact of JPEG, the artifact of PNG compressed, sometimes they are smaller than the artifact of the compression of the texture in the game. So it's worth something. But don't take this I don't know the expression, to the leather. Don't take this too seriously, and this is more for advanced recipe, like we said. So yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. So yeah, all the texture here, I try to be transparent. Those ones are made by me, those ones are not made by me, and those are real-time textures. Real-time textures are very interesting because sometimes you have two identical textures, and instead of importing it 2 times, look, for example, you have this rock here. One time is 1K, and the other time is 256 You see what I mean, where I'm going, right?
Absolutely, yes.
You have 2 times the same texture, so instead of importing it 2 times, you can use a render texture to procedurally generate it in real time. I have your example here. So those are procedural, but you can do anything with that. It's kind of baking a texture in real time. So those textures are 0 bytes. They are generated in real time. Like I have noise. This one is for calculating an angle. This one is a half angle. Circle. I use those patterns. They are very small, 64 by 64. But with this pattern here, I can make shader without computing like sin, cos, tan. You know, those ugly things.
Sure, sure.
I'm like baking the maths. This one is a power function. Instead of executing the power function, I just read this texture. Power function, yeah, I'm not gonna go there. This is a star, procedural. Same thing. This one is camera, I think. So this is very interesting. And since it's very quick to generate a texture, it's not very heavy. The only bad side of this is that you don't have do you? One sec. Let me just confirm. You don't have compression if I'm correct. No, you don't. You can have map, but you cannot have compression. So they have to be very small. Yes, I confirm. All those here, the format of the texture. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to go too far, and I did again. I'm such a geek. Unity geek. Oh boy. Okay, let's continue. So simple stuff. Let's build something new, because most of the time people will build stuff. So let's build stuff, right?
Sure.
And let's learn stuff while we are building. Do you know a good just in case I use it? Do you know a good add-ons for baking object together to have the same mesh and the same material?
I don't.
Okay.
There's been some people that have mentioned easy. What is it?
Let's check.
Easy store. I think we've covered it a little bit in a previous, but we didn't go in deep, and I'm not sure if we were recording.
I don't think I use it really. Here I had mesh combiner. Does it combine the material too? Yeah, maybe I can keep that for another time. Okay, let's go simple. Simple. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go with a good practice. I'm gonna do a construction, and I want to explain good practice, you know. So
Sure,
create an empty game object, reset the position because it's always weirdly placed. Uploader. There. You're gonna go get a space after that. Okay, good practice. So what I love to do is I create an empty game object for environment. So those are kind of categories. Environment, then it's immobile. Sorry, there's this some space noise in my ears. Don't know how to write. Immobile. Is it fine? Immobile. Look weird. Let me ask GPT. What? Put the capital letter M. Oh, there's 2 M. Ready? Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Did you know that? Wait, let me ask more. So, like in this, don't move. Oh, there. Immobile. Okay. Then it's movable and a special categories for clones. Okay, so these are the kind of 4 categories I use, and then I'm gonna place my stuff inside it. Environment, it's for like mostly lights, reflection probes, all special effects that are not like a mesh. Immobile is everything that don't move and will never move. So like houses, vegetation, stuff like that. Stuff that won't change a location. They could have an effect on it as long as the position don't change. For example, I don't know, something with a LOD or a tree that get cut. If only if it's animations. No, wait. I don't think you can animate that. This is for static batching, okay? Let me just write it in this. So complicated name is static batching. Simple name is immobile. Clones is the simple name. Complicated name is instance. Movable, but there's no all the rest. Everything that move and are not clones. So clones, instance. Clones can move or not. It doesn't matter. So everything that have more than 2 copies should be inside clones to save performance. You follow me, Kidner?
I don't. So do that again with clones. I'm not sure. So they're duplicates, the things that have multiple.
Yes. Okay. Let me explain why. In fact, in Unity, in fact, there is stuff that Unity render better than others. It's more efficient. One of those is clones. If you have the exact same copy of an object, movable or not movable, it's more efficient to render it in clone mode, because Unity will render all of them at once. For example, if you have a lot of trees, identical. If you have a lot of rocks, identical. If you have a lot of lights, identicals. If you have a lot of snowballs that you can grab, that are identicals. Everything that is clones will render better, because Unity will render every clones at the same time, like one object.
Nice.
I mean, it's not as fast as writing one object, but it's faster than if it was not clones, and it's faster than it was rendered as an immobile object. Immobile, for people that don't know, called static batching. How it works? Okay, let me just return to the why. Like I said, Unity do some stuff better, and one of them is Unity work better by rendering one object. As in fact, Unity is more efficient when it renders less object and less materials. So that's where immobile section go. So imagine you have, I don't know, 5 different objects that use wood, right? Instead of rendering 5 times those 5 different objects, Unity will combine them in one object, and it will have one material. So it's gonna literally be one object. So immobile will combine everything. At least it's gonna try. It's gonna intelligently combine stuff together to reduce the number of objects to render. So imagine I have a shelf with a lot of books, but they won't never move, right? So you can make sure every books have the same material, and you can all combine them together in one object. It's gonna render way faster. And you can combine all the furniture that have the same material. Don't mind the material. It's better when they share the same material, but it's not that bad if they don't. I'm sorry if it's vague, but just keep in mind immobile stuff here. Oh, sorry, and immobile, of course, it have to be right static here. Everything have to be on terrain there. Sorry, no, movable mean to be on vehicle there. Movable on vehicle layer because they move, I know, and that's just how it works in Somnium. Clones, it really don't matter. Really don't matter. Clones can be, yeah. Immobile. I will re-explain all this later, so if it's not clear, it's fine. Immobile, terrain layer, static because they will never move, and environment doesn't really matter. Let's start. Okay, so asset.
Nice.
EU, I have a lot of prefabs, let's use them. Build parts. Oh, some of them are broken. I feel I'm missing something. Where are the build parts? Okay, so let's take a house and we will just steal the parts from it. Because I want to reuse these. Sorry, English. Okay, so be careful when you reuse stuff like this. It can be dangerous. Because you could accidentally edit the original. Okay, so I would like to have some kind of walls. Let's go with that. Here. I want the inside and the outside. And why not this one too? I'm gonna go Control C. Gonna go in my immobile here. This is a cheap tricks. I create an empty object inside and then I select it and I paste. Then I can delete it. It's just a way to paste inside a game object. Okay, so now I have those walls. There, okay. So it may not be the material you want, but for now we will keep it. Or not, in fact. Okay, let's say... yes, let's say we want different materials, right? How do we do that? And this is a... Those are not prefabs, but materials have been assigned on it. Wood and rocks. So what do we do? First, we need to create a new folder for this mini project. I'm talking about anyone that wants to create something. So let's do that. Local project test, whatever. Oh, so many stuff here. Create folder. No, it's not in Credit Thursday. It's don't matter. House is 1S, I think. There. Okay, now I'm here. I don't necessarily need to make prefabs, but it could be interesting. I think I have a better idea. I'm sorry. You see, it's not. There's no perfect ways of working, but I think I have one that's gonna be easier to understand. So let's delete this house here. Let's delete all this. So instead, I'm gonna use the mesh directly. It will be it mesh. Build parts. There's one somewhere with everything inside it. There. Okay. Immobile. There. Okay. So we have here. This is all the parts. I'm gonna go unpack. So again, this is for creating a new house from scratch. I don't need that one. Okay, so now I have all my pieces. So you need to close my door. Oh. Okay. Let's start by doing some kind of walls, right? I want a house in shape of a plus, or yeah, let's do that. A plus. So corner wall in. That's gonna be useful. Corner wall out. That's gonna be useful. Walls. Yes. I can adjust the height. No problem. Wall mirror. I don't remember why, but I have this. Wall border. Wall door. Starting to think it's not easy to do. Wall door. Okay. Let's not mind the border today. Door. Oh yeah, I want a window. So we have big and small window. This is the big one. This is the window. This one is more narrow. Okay, let's get rid of all the rest. Create empty. Okay, I have this. I should have moved it first. First time I did it on stream, so I realized that this is not perfect. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think... Yeah, I think people should start with mesh instead of prefabs. It's just less likely to have to make mistake, right?
Oh, sure.
Okay, so all the rest here, I'm just gonna keep it, but disable the objects. There, okay. Almost ready to start.
Mhm.
You see, I use the game object just for organization. I can delete it later. So this system is always a factor of 1 meters. So we use the control key to snap. Let's reset location. Okay, let's start by doing the plus, the outside of the plus, right? So wall, corner wall out. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna use a plane just to know where I'm going. Okay. Okay. Hope I'm okay. I want to do this shape. So I start by the outside shape. I guess 3 meter high. Is it big enough? 3 meters? Yes, right? Yes, it's fine. Control C, Control V. I keep the control key, hold when I move. Rotate. There. Now I can take those two. Duplicate. I would not recommend to rotate multiple objects together because it can create some mini offsets and then stuff won't align. So let's rotate one by one. Okay, this one I can reuse. I hold the control all the time. This one I can reuse. You see that it kind of a little bit look like how you build in Somnium. Okay, now I want those corners the other way. You can see that the corner are invisible. You can see that each piece is invisible in one side. This is for performance. You don't want to render stuff that is inside the wall, of course. 3 meter high, yes. Copy. Rotate. If you do it may be long, but if you do one by one, you should have a very nice house with no cracks in the walls. You can still repair cracks in the walls, but oops. You will see. There, okay. I have all my corners now. I can make the wall piece. Wall, corner wall, no. Wall, there. Oh, I know why I have a wall in and a wall out. Because the ew, here, they will be like this. Okay, next step is optional, but I would like to separate what is inside and what is outside. So immobile, outside. I will create a new categories inside too. Come on. Inside. You will understand why after, but it's not. It's just optional. You don't need to do that. It's for having a more realistic view at the end. Okay, I want a door, I guess. By the way, by not mixing a mesh with anything else, it's gonna be easier at the end to change all the materials at once. That's one of the reasons. I could have created the material first too, before I lose too much. Don't know what this. Sorry, phone. There. Bye. Sorry. Okay, so I want some window too. Window. There. Start to make sense now. Let me try something. I said we cannot rotate. Yes, that's true. But yeah, it's horrible. Global, local. In fact, you can rotate stuff. No, you can't. If I do that, let's look at what it's gonna do. Yeah, look at here. 9.6, 15.9.1. That's not round numbers, and they have to be round. But I can do the thing we just saw. You know where it rotate this way. This way is fine. It should be fine. Even if I need to repair some parts. The cat, you wanna come in? Okay, the dog want to come out. I can't. Okay, please move. Thank you. Sorry. Okay. I could have made all the piece two sides. The reason I did not was because of reflection probe. Do you know why I did not, Ikidnorp?
I do not know why.
So the point is, you know how reflection probe work, right? They provide to any surface some kind of environment. So for example, if a surface, the environment is the sky, is gonna be kind of blue shiny. You see, if the environment is a cave, it will have no shininess at all. And inside a house, you don't have the same environment than outside. So
True.
if you don't put reflection probe at all, you will have like weird reflection inside your house. Like the floor would be blue, and it would not make sense at all. So you want to separate what is inside the house and what is outside the house. That's why. It's not mandatory. You can just do everything at once and it's fine too. But yeah, you know me. OCD asked me to make sure outside and inside are not mixed. But maybe I went too far with that and I should not, I guess. Since at the house we'll have 4 doors. So trying to go faster. Oh wow. Yeah, the problem I have is because this object center of the average center is not at the same place at the real center. So when I do rotation with multiple object, the center of rotation is gonna be a weird place. So I cannot move object like this. Need to do everything manually. Yeah, I could have just reused the house I had late. Yeah, I think it's better. Use the sample house, copy paste stuff, or unpack it. Yes, yes. Yes, I think it's the best. Using the sample house, unpacking it, and at the end we just change the materials. Or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a god of Blender, of Unity. It's the Unity god. No, it's not. It's just a plane. But the magical of snapping to the grid really help. Could have made like pre-made walls that would help a lot. Oh, this one I can rotate. Boom. There is a tricks I could use. Let's try it.
Sure.
I can tricks Unity. So I'm gonna just do this once. Yeah, this is, I mean, I said good practice and this one is very nice. You will see. So I'm gonna delete everything but one side and use Unity tricks to move everything at once when it's duplicated. There. Okay. And I want only one corner, not two. There. The most important part of today was to understand the snapping tool. The cats want attention. Brand new cats always think they deserve everything. Okay. What's this? Some weird okay. Let me create a fake game object again. Rotator. Then I select all this. Duck, duck, duck. I hope people have patience when they do that. I mean, I guess I could do a tool that auto snap to the grid everything. Rotator. And then Ctrl C, Ctrl V. And I rotate. Right? Is it not cheating? Nice. And look, position is perfect. Rotation is perfect. And this is how you cheat in Unity. I did that in, you see here is a big, it's a big star. I did it a lot for having everything perfectly aligned, so I know my cheat. There. Now I can just I don't need those anymore. Is there a... No, I can't. Okay. There. Rotator, bye-bye. I could have kept it inside the rotator, but I don't like to have useless hierarchy. I don't like to have hierarchies when I don't need. but they are static, so yeah. It's very hard to know what is wrong, what is good and what is bad practice in Unity. It's very hard to know. Okay, so now let's do the inside, right?
Nice.
So outside here, inside, good. So I'm gonna copy there this. And that. And I'm gonna put it inside. And then rotate. Woo. Yeah, those pieces of wall, I think I'm gonna change the center of my the center of rotation. There. Okay, so this. Then I need this corner. Go inside, select an object inside, paste. Now, this needs practice to learn. Okay, I'm gonna do the same as before. The same cheat. No, I could copy this wall here by putting an object there too and rotate. But there's not that much stuff to do, so let's just do it manually. Boom, boom. This door here, I want it inside. Control C. Inside, Control V. Rotate. There. There's a one wall here. Control C, I'm going inside. I select an object inside the inside. Paste. There. Yes, again. Here. And I need corners. This corner. Control C. I go where I want it to be. Paste. So it's in the right hierarchy. There. One last. Control C, Control V. There. Just to be sure. Good, everything is inside. Good, now I can use my cheap trick. Create empty. I put it inside, game object. Control C, Control V. And we rotate. And we rotate. And we rotate. There. Now I can do that. Do this. Yeah, without good practice, and look at this, I already have hundreds of game object. Without good practice, it would be a mess very fast. Yes. I can delete those. These, those. Good. Now I just need a wall of let's go with a ceiling. I'm gonna rotate this. You saw nothing. There. Those are normal planes from Unity. Okay. Let's go with that, and not mind the rest. Let me just hide this. It's annoying. Try to find it. There. Okay, now it's material time. Remember, I was in asset, local, project test, creators on the stream demo house, create, material, inside walls. Let's go with that. And let's add some kind of texture, I guess. Wow, so much choice. I'm like, Denevraut, don't do something ugly like every of your tests. Thank you. Yeah, sure, a wall of fabrics.
Nice.
No, it's ugly. Oh my god. Okay, what is this? A carpet? Ah, it's horrible. This is not too bad. Okay. Okay, I could chose everything like a dumb person or just like I said here there is only mesh here. So if I select everything, you see?
Yes.
No, it won't work in fact. I need to select the same one. So corners, this I have only one material. One. Yeah, my idea was bad. Should have put the material first. Yeah, that's part of learning anyway, so. You can see I don't build that often. So it's just easier to select them first if they are. I know they all have only one material, these, so I can do that. Select. I could have stretched this one. Yeah, put some relaxed music and be patient. Okay, now I can all at once put the material. Oh my god, I feel like Sims. Or drag and drop is fine too. Yeah, there's some weird unwrapping. I use a different shader normally, so I see this is not perfect. Ah, this one is not normally stretched. Got it. Did I see a scratch? Yes, here. There's a crack. Oh boy. Did I make a mistake somewhere? 2.99999, that's pretty good. Maybe I will change the shader for the one I made. Normally I would like to reuse material that are already present in my world, but in this case it does not matter because we are supposing it's only a space. Because
True.
if two space share the same material, it don't matter because they will just have how else can I say that? Two space, you think they use the same material, but they don't. So just think inside your space. Or your entire world, I guess. Or your parcel. All the same. Okay, so the inside is done. Let's do some kind of floor. This one I can put the weird texture on it. Do I have some cloth? No. No. Gotta put sand. Okay, sometimes just a normal map is fine too. Let's first put it. Oh no. Floor, please. Just to know that I have set it. I'm gonna put a color on it. There. Floor, A. floor, I said. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna put wood. Like any floor. Okay, return white. I guess. Okay. No, 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 no. But wrong contrast. Oh, my dear. Okay, it's gonna be the old whole house. I hate patterns. Okay, very old house. Is this the same texture? You know what? The inside walls, we will just put a color. I don't know, some kind of brown, I guess. And a normal map. There. That can do it. It's not the match. It's not a good match of color, but I'm terrible. Oh boy. Yeah, there's a problem with a shadow because there's nothing to cast shadow inside. It look weird, but it's the case. So let's duplicate the ceiling. Hey. And turn around. There. Now we have shadow caster. Okay, you will see what I mean by okay, this is a look at this, Kidner. If you are still there. You're not. Okay. So here you see why
I am still here.
Okay,
I just
sorry.
muted. So
So
yeah.
if you look at the floor here, you see that the reflection is wrong. It's all blue.
Oh yeah.
This is because it think his environment is the skybox. Don't mind the weird shadow.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So there's multiple ways of correcting that. Light reflection probe. I mean, in my opinion, look here now, it's more natural. In my opinion, it's better if you have bad outside than bad inside. You see what I mean?
Sure.
So if your reflection probe inside affect the wall outside, that's not super bad. But if the inside is bad, that's bad, I guess.
Bad. That's bad.
If it's bad, it's bad, right? If it's not bad, it's not bad. Okay, my son is very low quality, so my son. That's horrible. Not sure what's happening. My walls are probably not thick enough. Yeah, for some purpose, maybe walls should be thicker, but I cannot do anything about that right now, sadly. Oh, there's holes here. That explains it. Okay, let's just ignore that. Okay, we can add a light, I guess. Point light. Or multiple ones, since it's a weird shape. You don't necessarily need to have shadow. Yeah, this is fine for now. Ah, weird. Every time I do an example, it's horrible. I can do quick glass.
No.
Quick glass is very simple. Just use transparent. Then I change the transparency. Put the color to black, I think. Not sure by. Yeah, you want reflection. And play with metallic, smoothness, and transparency. Or in color, whatever. And then you can have some kind of nice glass. Yeah, this green corner I can just put inside the wall. Yes. This is a corner, it could be white. Would be nice if we could build this in game soon. Maybe better, in fact. I don't know. Less laggy for sure. Unity is not the fastest way to build.
True.
Hello, who's there?
Hello, Wilson.
Hello.
We
How are
are
you doing?
we are doing good practice around building in Unity today.
Cool.
So yeah, make this ugly house again, I guess. I only do nice stuff outside of stream, it seems. Okay, now I want to fix those corners.
You made it massive. Like,
Yeah,
it's not too big.
it's not an hospital, but it's a plus. Now I select all the windows that are the same. I will output them the same material at the same time.
Well, this is kind of handy because I'm about to be doing this myself. So that's quite good.
Sorry?
I'm looking at materials right now for something I'm doing.
Oh. Oh, damn it.
Denevraut has a habit of doing that. I don't know how he does it. Something I'm thinking about that I need to work on, and all of a sudden it has become the topic of the next.
What, you want to do a building?
Well, I mean, sometimes it happens. Not every single
Ah,
time.
okay, okay. But yeah, I believe this house system is not perfect yet. It's maybe too much manual. I'm still thinking Wilson, a good way of making building that's simple and quick for anyone. It seems not that easy. So
I
yeah.
think the hard part is because it's double-sided. You know, like you think about
Yeah,
inside
no,
and outside
maybe I could
at the
just
same time.
maybe I could
And I-
forget about that.
And we could always do that as an upgrade. You know,
Yeah,
like we can
or
always- we can
I
always-
could put the possibilities of the two.
I seen something quite
The reason
fun.
the reason why I'm doing that is for having reflection probe outside. That is different than the reflection probe inside. But I mean, as long as the inside is fine, I don't think we care about the. As long as the inside is fine, I don't think we care about the outside.
Mhm.
So I think I could rethink this wall pieces.
I've been thinking about it more, building the space up, thinking double-sided, but then ripping the inside apart, basically splitting the mesh after it's been made. If I needed to make a double-sided
I mean,
one.
you cannot you cannot split the mesh once it's made. But I could do one split and one not split. That could be done.
It's just gonna be a baked texture anyway, isn't it? Anyway, I'm still playing.
I wonder about the window. Like, should I include the glass or not? What do you think?
I don't know.
What is it
but-
you're building? Just out
No,
of curiosity.
the point, Wilson, is I want to make this simpler for anyone to use.
Mm. Well, I think it's quite simple if it was set up as a drag and drop system. Like if they want a wall, they drag the
I
wall
mean,
in and put it in place.
even if I make building in game possible, uh, if you want to do very serious stuff, it's still gonna be in Unity.
Totally.
So I cannot like edit how Unity work.
A lot of the systems that people are building within VR is like bigger bits getting mashed together rather than like intricate
Fine detail,
windows.
a
Yeah.
wall, and yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I should
So
focus more on having a result than fine tuning, I guess.
I just made a little tester because I'm looking at material slots just now just to see how much it increases the size of the actual asset. And how many materials would you say is normal for an FBX for you to import? What size were you trying to target?
But depends what it is.
Like a small house.
Small house. I would say below 6 materials.
Megabyte.
Oh,
Material.
megabytes? What? What's the question?
I'm trying to find out what increases the size of the asset.
Oh,
So
in megabytes.
yeah,
The number
like-
of polygons for sure. Blend shape too. Shape keys. This increase the size.
so adding animations.
Animation? I'm not sure. In fact, it's more like shape keys if it's a skin mesh.
I think we found a few animations where there was just a ton of plot points, so I think that might increase some information.
What are you asking people to do for your free version, Denevraut? What size of asset are you trying to get them to make?
If you go more than 1 megabyte in a mesh, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
That's so that's not normal. I'm not sure I understand the question.
I'm trying to work out, right? So I made a GLB, and it was like 0.1 megabytes, and then I put a texture on that, and it became 12 megabytes. I
Okay,
was
now,
like,
now it's GLB. You said FBX before.
yeah.
Okay, so
when I
the
changed
texture.
when I changed over to an FBX, it dropped the size in megabytes.
Of
and I
course,
didn't know
because the
why.
texture is inside the GLB, and the texture is it inside the FBX? Yeah, it can be.
I think it can be, but doesn't
Yes,
necessarily have
but
to be.
it may have automatic compression in this case,
Mhm.
or resizing.
So I'm trying to work out which and why it's happening.
Okay,
I would like to understand it myself. So I'm
but
playing
it,
about
it
with
will be
different-
resolution and format of the texture for sure. Because GLB is meant to be lightweight, so or maybe the texture is not in the FBX because it's not automatic. You need to configure the FBX to have the texture inside. And how did you convert from a GLB to FBX first of all? If you use Blender, of course the texture won't be inside by default. You need to ask him to do it.
Well, I made the asset originally, so I just went back and resaved it as an FBX, and it became a smaller object. And I was wondering why. So it was really just something I've just come across last night, and it was because you're around and I'm asking the question. Yeah. So we're going. So what's this getting called? The red.
Red cross?
Yeah, the red cross.
Yeah, this building is a mess. I'm not sure I like my system anymore. It's just too complicated. I mean, only people like Wilson that have enough patience can use it. I definitively can't. It's too long.
Oh no! Oh no!
I should make pre-made walls. I should make it them double side. Like I should stop thinking about like I should feel those things like this, you know. Even if it increase a little bit the rendering. Maybe window could be add after, so the wall will be only 2 materials. One for each side. The same for...
How would you make a window happen after it's got a plane?
You just add a box inside it.
And make it cut it out itself.
What?
Using Boolean or
No, you don't understand what I mean. It's gonna be a hole. You just have to put the glass.
oh yeah, so make it with 4 pieces around the outside, and then have the hole in the middle.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a lot of join lines, and then obviously textures. Like if somebody wanted to put like a patterned wallpaper on.
This is meant to do quick house. Of course, if someone wants something complicated, they can always do it in Blender. Let me check if I don't have the Blender file here and check what we could do. Okay, it's not there. Blender project, ink ready house. Nice, I added it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Another big mistake, I guess. Whatever. Okay, so let's have fun a little bit.
Is that all the pieces?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna save duplicate all this, I guess. Control C. Yeah, there. For example, this. Oh wow. I put bevel everywhere. What was I thinking? It's not necessary. Damn it. There.
What was that shortcut you just used?
For doing what? SY 0 F3 merge by distance.
Ah, merged by distance.
Whoa. What's happening here?
I'm gonna be honest, see that merged by distance? It doesn't work as well as I thought it would.
No. Of course not.
It's caused more issues than anything.
I mean, I don't have problems
There's
with
a-
it. Oh, that's why. Okay.
There's a few settings that you can check to determine what that distance is that it will merge. But yeah, if you're not right on top of it, it can cause all kinds of weirdness.
Yeah. There's no magic in Blender, you know. Damn it. Dissolve edge. Dissolve edge.
I think that's the part that I'm finding most fun. It's like working out what does and doesn't work, and obviously trying to work out a pipeline that I like myself.
Getting a good pipeline is really crucial.
Correct.
But if you don't build for a couple of days or a week or 2 weeks later, and you go back and you've forgotten all the shortcuts,
This happens.
Just ask
I
GPT.
actually.
and it mixes with like
Just
other
ask
like
GPT.
programs in
gosh,
head.
yes.
Yeah, I'm like, why is this Control C not working?
Yeah, I know. I had the same issue with gaming. Okay, like I play a game and then I play another. I'm like, oh fuck! I mix all the. I'm still trying to fly in like a game that's not possible. I'm like, damn it.
Yes.
Why I cannot dissolve the edges?
I do understand why people complain about other programs. You know, like they go onto like forums and they moan saying, "Oh, this is rubbish. They should make the keybinds exactly the same as whatever program they're used to."
Yes,
But,
they're used to. Yes.
but if
I think
everybody did
it's
that, then everybody would be complaining saying it's wrong. You know, so like,
oh my gosh, yes, and
yeah,
a lot of software, you know, have it so you can customize it, but that becomes difficult too because you try to do a tutorial or show somebody else how to use it, and you're telling them, oh, do this method, and it doesn't work. But I do think it's really impressive how when you work on these tools regularly, how your mind will automatically flip you from how Blender rotates
Yeah,
around
but you need
something.
to really use it often.
Yeah, you have to use it a lot. But I started making notes for myself, Wilson, on Blender. It would be so long since I would do this or that that I'd start making little cheat sheet notes.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you can Google them and you can find them anywhere, but just having
Oh, there
things
it
that
is.
I do often enough that I need it, but not often enough that I can remember it.
what's the one that is zoom in on the object that you've selected? What's that one? It was really useful when I worked it out, and now I can't find it or
There's
see
a
it.
setting in
Okay.
your preferences.
I think it was like Alt C or something. It was
Oh,
some
okay,
or Alt
you might
F
be right.
or
I set that
it
up
was like
as
I
a
think
default.
it was called Focus, and it was basically
Ah,
you click on whatever object that you are from
yep.
miles away, and then
Alt,
it was
alt,
Alt or
middle
Control.
click.
Is it
Yes,
Alt
alt, middle
middle
click.
click,
Look.
and it zooms right into it.
Oh, I did not know that.
But don't
It was
zoom it if
so
it's
useful.
centered. At least.
No, I'm sure it's like Control. I'm sure it was F. I'm sure
Uh,
it was. This might
I
be
don't know, but
another
for me it's
program I'm thinking of, by the way.
maybe it's
So-
Unity. I think it's Unity you
Yeah,
talk about.
yes. Unity, you can press F and zoom in.
That's it. There we
Oh
go.
my
I'm
good
getting mixed
God.
up. Yeah, I'm getting mixed up between the two already.
Boo.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I sat for about half an hour trying to get this to happen. I was like, why is that not working? And I'm like looking at the help sheet and oh, it's so annoying.
Lol. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this style instead. Like fuck your efficiency. If they want efficient stuff, they're gonna do it themselves, right? Okay, right.
Do you want my
Anyway,
little shop? I'll send it over to you, Denevraut. You can
what?
open it
Did
up.
it say?
I made a little shop.
Shop?
Do you want it?
I guess yes. Where's the window? Like I said, I think the window will be separate part. I don't know. Separate selection? I don't
So
know.
I think this is one of the things that you and I have talked about quite a bit is, this is why I don't really have a problem buying or using free assets from the store just to see how they're put together, how other people put, do they make the windows all the same?
I wanna select what's there. What the fuck? Sorry. There, I
Was that
got
you
it.
speaking French?
What?
Were you speaking French there?
No, what did I say?
Mm,
Pardon my French.
yes.
Uh, I'm confused.
Take a wee look.
Go ahead, Wilson. You explain it.
Take a wee look at my little shop I built. It's an FBX, so it should just open up straight.
Okay, one sec.
It's got like
Something's wrong here.
seven materials though. I was messing about with colours and different bits, trying to get a window to look like it was actually transparent. Used another asset inside there and started stealing materials off it, and I've mixed it all up now. So it's a bit of a mess, but you'll get the idea.
Are you sharing it screen? Okay, you send me a texture.
No, I sent it over to you
Oh, okay.
in
I need to
Discord
check
channel.
it.
No, it was just if you wanted to use that as your, if you just want to use that as a built asset,
Oh,
instead of having to build a wee, you're building a wee shop just now or whatever you're doing. So, just saying, open this one up.
Hmm.
You could fix the door. The door's rubbish.
oh, that's nice. Is it a European door? Very very narrow.
So basically, it's like 8 meters by like 16 long. So that door would actually be far too high. But
That's
I
cool.
honestly,
That's
yeah.
nice. How many
So
materials?
so the top seven
Okay, okay.
materials. Yeah. So we could probably reduce that down quite a lot. But that was because I was messing about with other
I think the
people's.
best is maybe the best is to have as much material as we want, and then once we are in Unity, we combine all of them with the tool. This way, it's because it's not easy. If you pre-combine them, you cannot customize later. But if you don't pre-combine and you do it later, then you can customize it. You know.
Neat idea.
So the idea about this one is it's got a front door to walk into the shop. It's like a two-leveled front that's got like the top half of this area. It's like a billboard, kind of four-sided billboard, but it's got like bits and pieces stuck onto the sides to give it that kind of feeling of it's an older
That's
shop.
cute.
It's got bits and pieces kicking about. But I really wanted to have a more metallic look. So I'm messing about with metallics and stuff, and I've not actually done anything with the materials properly yet. But if you look at the doors, I'm trying to get the door to look like it would hinge, and then I was thinking about
Oh, the door open like this.
so that
Wait,
I've
the
put
door open like this.
No, you rotate it on the Z axis.
That would be nice. Wee.
So you go inside, it's basically a nice long space, but it's high at the front. So it's like an old style shop. And this is like an old extension that's been stuck on the back of it. I don't know if I was wanting to make it an old sci-fi kind of feeling building, but you know, like sci-fi-ish, but on a.
This is the AC.
Well, it was really just to break up the plainness of the back of the wall. That was all it was.
Yeah, it looked like an AC. Look nice.
So I was thinking, you know, like if we had the LCD kind of billboards on the top, and then obviously the front of the shop would have like neons and stuff on that, and then obviously you could see through, and then the inside would be lit in such a way that it looks more futuristic, but the outside looks like an old cabin kind of feel.
So futuristic, you could have a force field here instead of the thing for the rain. You put a force field instead.
I was thinking like more like a 3D, you know, like 3D sticky out kind of.
3D?
Like, yeah, it was actually just coming out from the screen, like jumping out. I don't know. I'm still thinking.
It already makes sense as its actual state. Whoa.
Yeah, if somebody took that right now, they could
How much?
color it the way they want it.
1,000. That's good.
So it's been set up. They can have windows on both sides if they want to. It's obviously just reallocating the texture. and the inside has been split apart, but
How
it's
did you
still,
make that? In Blender?
yeah. And
I
then
wonder if I should not just make a bunch of house, and this would be better than all this messy Incredi house thing. Like this, yes.
well, I've been looking through the free asset kind of places that you get and stuff, and a lot
Yeah,
of them
but
are
I told you I
quite
can't
are-
include free asset in my toolkit. People will need to find it themselves. You see what I
and
mean?
they're pretty bad. Like,
Oh,
construct-
they're pretty
yeah.
bad. Mm.
They're not constructed in such a way that you would think they work good for VR. You know, it's more for kit bashing piles of stuff together to make pretty pictures.
Constructing in VR could make sense. With
I could imagine pulling something like
those
that. That
those parts
kind
here,
of build, yeah.
those parts in VR, they all snap. They all are snap by default, and you have a paint gun for. I don't know. You create a material and you paint gun on every surface you want. Could be a way. How do we do it in Somnium? Can you change the material of multiple things at the same time? In the builder?
You select the asset that you want and then change the material.
You can
That's
change
all I
it
get
for
to
multiple object at the same time?
I have done it before, but it doesn't really work when it gets exported.
Okay.
It's weird. And sometimes you get like an issue, you know, like when it comes through from the website. Like you launch into the web, and then the web sees 16 boxes with one material on it. You might find that 6 of the boxes have got the material and the other ones don't. So I've always said to people, if you're going to be applying a texture to any of like the boxes or circles or anything from that part, do them individually and don't duplicate any of the boxes when you're in the builder, because sometimes it just gets confused.
I think I'm gonna do that here. So wall 1. Wall 2. Yeah, so more simple. 2 walls instead of 1. Instead of like 2 materials instead of whatever number I had. Inside, outside. If you want something better here, they can just put the thing that go there. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Do you know? I think most people that will come in that will be using your space will probably download an asset from some random place that they got it, and then want to add extra bits and pieces after, like internal walls and sofas.
I think there's a lot of people that do that.
Yeah. It'd be nice if they could go back and, you know, like alter that asset in some kind of way, but it's still not them building it.
They can always edit
think-
the FBX, you know? Anyone can
Yeah.
take any FBX and edit it.
I mean, not anybody. There's a bit of.
There's
the
definitely
tedious
a
of
learning
for
curve.
most.
Yeah. There's like for people like us that are used to this kind of stuff, like looking at assets and playing about with them, like from a
yeah.
practical point, we look at it as in, oh, download it, put it into an editing program, make it the way we want it to be, and then export it back out and make it good. Other people are looking at it from, oh, where can I find something? Download it, and that's it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
where can I find something really quick and easy so that I can upload a chair and see that it works and see that
Yeah, I
I
mean,
kind of know how it's
that's why
working.
I try to make
Totally.
pre-made houses, for example.
It's nice. Yeah, I think that's helpful.
We could make more and maybe more simple and maybe more in one piece instead of 10,000. Hey boy. This is annoying.
Well, I think you're also kind of you could use that to show people. Maybe that's a good point. Maybe you have wall sections that are made up of parts, and and I know you have houses that are made up of parts, but maybe there's even like, um, sections of houses that that are made up from those parts that will snap together.
Like
Yes, yes. I agree.
pre-configured, using all these pieces
Like modular too.
pre-made. Yeah.
Modular
Yes.
modular rooms.
Just go back and play Sims and just do that.
Yeah.
I like to think of it as like Lego. Like
Wait.
somebody's
Sims
when
is
yeah,
wait,
somebody's
wait,
went
wait.
and built something with the
Wait.
Lego pieces.
Sims, that's not simple to do. Like
It's
you
not.
can stretch
It's
walls
not.
and like I cannot do that. It's way too much work. Like like build parts it's just for starting people and I cannot I don't think it's a good idea. um like
What
generating in real time. What did you say, Wilson?
I think what we should turn around and say to people is come in and play, try and break, and then sit down
Try and break.
in some kind try and like just basically upload stuff. If it looks rubbish, it doesn't really matter because they did it, So just sit and play with the system,
Yeah, it would
and
be
then we
fun
can
if
sit.
people even try to do stuff.
Yeah, and then we can have like a lesson, sit down and talk about what they did wrong or other bits. There's no wrong in building because obviously anybody could call anything a building that they built themselves. You've seen these shacks that's in the middle of nowhere, like built out of like tires and different bits. Nobody says that you can't use another material. It'd be nice for people to come in and actually just feel like they can build what they want, and obviously right this second.
I'm not sure I'm following you. um so what do you mean?
Let's just get people to join.
Yeah, I was just a little bit lost of what's your thought on it, Kid Nerb?
Boy, it's a tough question. With anything game, there's a lot of people that want to be able to make a game, and they want to be able to learn how to make a game. And I think that having a space that you've provided that allows them to upload stuff and then go in and see it, there's something just so cool about making something in Blender and then building it and then walking inside of it in VR. It is just so cool. I still don't I still haven't gotten over that feeling. So but there's a lot of things that have to be learned. I mean, I was helping somebody who didn't know why their object wasn't getting uploaded to the builder, and it had like 2 million triangles. So
My God.
it was so there's a lot of a lot of education that goes into, but I'm always a big proponent of give somebody a simple tool that lets them do A, and when they're ready to do B, then there's a tool ready for them to do B, and then just keep
Yeah,
building on their
that's kind of what
knowledge.
I would like to do is
Totally.
the same tool like that you can do multiple. I don't know how to say that, but
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, and you
so
are.
you can do everything with this tool. So it's
Yes.
beginner friendly. It's Advanced friendly. I think a polygon is missing here.
The thing is, we do actually have a building program that Somnium Space has, like, and you can export from. And this is where
Yeah,
I kind
true.
of
That's true.
go on.
But
It's
it's
a
it's very
GLP.
far from the same quality of what you can do in Blender.
It gives them a
Yeah, but
representation.
why
we built.
people will need to learn Somnium Space Builder if they can learn Unity directly, you know, for example.
True.
It is a little bit more complicated to learn Unity, but it's worth it at the end. Oh my god, this one I'm not gonna redo it. Yeah, so I think this is gonna be more simpler. 2 materials instead of every single corners. Like green was a material, this was a material, this was a material.
Just out of interest, can you not just resize the big one you made into the small one?
It's
You
not
know,
just
just-
scaled. Oh, is it?
It looks pretty close.
Pretty much just scaled. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I'm gonna do that because most important part here that I had problems with it was that the texture density was not all the same, so it was annoying.
Yeah.
I want to make sure this is correct. Like this wall here, I could have made default 3 meters instead of 1. You know, or both. Just make a 1 and a 3 meters one. Yeah. Okay. That's a good direction. Because I want people to be able to build without too much pain. So I'm thinking about bringing building in game, even if it's just even if it's very simple.
I have an imagination of what Fortnite does. You know, like you've got your pre-built bits and pieces that you
Is
rattle
it
through and then you
Fortnite?
build them.
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Okay.
Fortnite. It's a
You
game.
have kids, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fortnite. Oh my god. Yeah.
You-
Something like that, I guess.
Is it not Fortnite? What is
Never
it then?
played. I saw it for 30 seconds, but I see what you mean. I'm too old for that.
I'm too old for that too.
I mean, you know, you're old enough for knowing it because you have kids, and too old and too young. uh,
So it's basically an asset spawner. That's probably the best way to think of it.
yeah, but
They can rattle through assets and choose which one they want, and then they
the
launch it, and then it creates.
the difficulty with building in game is all the tool system. Saving the position, placing it, that's not very hard, but all the tools you need to create, like the 3D cursor, I still did not finish. Yes, those are kind of hard to do because they need to be good. I could also just make people grab stuff and a gun for saving the position, like the saver, like a glue, a glue thing. Okay, a glue tool with like some kind of
No, you should make it like an electric drill. That they have to go.
no.
like in
It need to be I don't know, a drill.
Yeah.
This is a bottle of wine, drill and a ball inside it, and it's gonna be saved. Right, that's it.
Oh, an electric drill. You know, you pull the trigger and it puts the
Yeah,
screw
but
in.
I still kind of want it to be kind of serious. Drill. I don't know. I
Like
always
you-
see.
Pretend their work is. Like,
You
run
put
about.
glasses on your face, and then everything you touch saved.
Yeah. And
Okay.
and if you're working in Worlds, you have to wear your high vis jacket. High vis jacket and a hard hat.
Okay. Anyway, I think it. I think we turn around the subject of this horrible house here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna rethink all this. Be better for everyone. Yeah, because if it were, if this was a piece here, 3 walls, floor, and ceiling, and there were not invisible corners, then here the corner would not be perfect, but it would be a house made in 5 seconds still. So I could focus more on that modules and I don't know, something like that. Because I think it was a mistake to make the hull system. It's way too complicated. It need to be quick. It's gonna be still there. I mean, I won't delete it, but yeah, okay. So I think it's gonna stop the stream for today. 2 hours almost. It's pretty much the limit of people. So do you have any last comments?
I don't think so today.
Okay. So thanks for watching and thanks for hanging out. Nice build, Wilson. See you next week or Incredi Thursday maybe.
I'll be there Thursday, definitely.